Hi, hello, this is Giri. Teaching ninth mathematics, the second chapter, polynomials. In this video, we will learn the introduction to polynomials and some key concepts from the chapter. The chapter, polynomials and key concepts. Before going to the key concepts, first of all, let us recollect what is a constant and what is a variable. In algebra, a constant is a number on its own or sometimes a letter such as A, B, C to stand for a fixed number. That number or a letter like A, B, C are called as constants. The name itself indicates constant means it never changes. The value is same throughout. That value or that term is called a constant term. For example, you can take 6 or minus 1 or 3 by 2 or root 3. All these are examples for constants. And whereas, what is meant by variable now? Variable. Variable means it may change, which is not constant. It may vary. The value which may vary is called a variable. The variables are generally represented by small case English letters like X, Y, Z, P, Q, R and so on. Here in the equation X plus Y is equal to 5. Here X and Y are called variables. You can substitute any values in the place of X and Y. Therefore, the value of X and Y may change from one instant to second instance. Therefore, they are called variables. X plus Y is equal to 5. This 5 is a constant number. It won't change. The value of 5 never change from place to place or from problem to problem. It is a constant number. Therefore, this is called constant. 5 is called constant. And X and Y are called variables. In the place of X and Y, at your convenience, you can substitute any values. Therefore, the values of X and Y may change from place to place or may change from problem to problem. Therefore, they are called variables. But 5 is a constant number. You come across what is a variable and what is a constant thoroughly in your previous classes. Now, let us know the definition of a polynomial. Here is the definition. An expression with one or more terms of variables whose exponents are non-negative integers. I shall repeat. An expression with one or more terms of variables whose exponents are non-negative integers is called a polynomial. You see here, it should be an expression. A polynomial should be an expression. Now, this expression should have at least one term, or it may have 2 terms, 3 terms and 4 terms also, or more than 4 terms also. You see, an expression with at least one term, that is with one term or more than one terms of variables. In those terms, there may be variables. You learn what is a variable and what is a constant. Generally, variables may be represented with the letters X, Y and Z. You can represent variables as X, Y or Z. Okay. Now, an expression with one variable, an expression with 2 variables and an expression with more than one variable is called a polynomial, provided here is a condition. You see, the condition is the exponents are non-negative integers. Whose exponents means the exponents of the variables. The exponents of the variable should be non-negative integers. Do you know what are integers? Good. The integers may start from minus infinity. Minus infinity, so on, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. All those are integers. But whereas here, the exponents of the variable should be non-negative integer. What are negative integers? Negative integers means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and minus infinity. All are negative integers. Now, non-negative integers means Non-negative integers may start from 0. You exclude negative integers from total integers, then you will get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Therefore, 0 is a non-negative integer. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4 also are also non-negative integers. But 1 by 2, 3 by 4 are not integers. Please keep in mind. Okay. Therefore, a polynomial is nothing but an expression with one term of the variable or more than one term, and these terms may contain variables, and if they contain variables, then the exponent of the variable should be a non-negative integer. For example, if the exponent of the integer is a negative integer, then it should not be a polynomial. It is just an expression only. You verify these examples. 2x. 2x is an expression. It contains one variable x. It has only one term. 2x is only one term. 2x is considered as a single term, only one term. In this, the variable is x. Good. Here, 2x means what about the exponent of x here? The exponent of the variable x is 1, which is a non-negative integer. Therefore, 2x is stated to be a polynomial. Similarly, observe the second expression. Second expression is 3x minus 2y. 3x is one term and 2y is the second term. And these two terms are joined together by means of minus, so that it is an expression. This expression contains two terms. 3x is one term and minus 2y is the second term. Here, how many variables you can find in this expression? X is one variable and y is the second variable. And in these two terms, the exponent of the variables are, what about the exponent of x? Exponent of x is 1 and the exponent of y is also 1. Therefore, the exponents of these variables are non-negative integers. Therefore, 3x minus 2y is an expression with one or more terms of variables, and where the exponents of the variables are non-negative integers, therefore 3x minus 2y is also a polynomial. Is it clear? Okay, dear students, you observe this third example now. 4x square plus 3y minus 2z. Here, how many terms you can find? 4x square is one term, 3y is the second term, minus 2z is the third term. In all these three terms, how many variables you can find? X is one variable, y is the second variable, and z is the third variable. The exponent of x is 2, the exponent of y is 1, and the exponent of z is also 1. These 2, 1 and 1 are the variables exponents. All these exponents of the variables are non-negative integers. Therefore, in total, this expression is an expression with one or more terms of variables where the exponents of the variables are non-negative integers. Therefore, this is also called as a polynomial. All these three are the examples of polynomials. Then, what are the examples of an expressions which are not polynomials? You observe these examples. 1 by x. 1 by x means x power minus 1, isn't it? The exponent of x is a negative integer. Therefore, this expression doesn't satisfy this condition. The condition is the exponent of the variable should be non-negative integer, but here we got a negative integer. Therefore, this is just an expression and is not a polynomial. Similarly, root y, square root y. Square root y means y power 1 by 2. Square root y means y to the power of 1 by 2. Here the exponent of y is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is not an integer, isn't it? 1 by 2 is not an integer, it is a rational number but is not an integer. Therefore, here also this root y, this expression doesn't satisfy the condition that the exponent of the variable is not an integer. It doesn't satisfy the condition. The exponent of the variable is not an integer. Therefore, it is also not a polynomial. It is just an expression only. Similarly, z power minus 2. Here, the variable is z and the exponent of the variable is minus 2, which is a negative integer which doesn't satisfy the condition of the polynomial. Therefore, this is also not polynomial. These three are the examples of only expressions which are not polynomials. These are not polynomials. These are only expressions. And whereas the first three are the examples for polynomials. We may solve some questions basing on what are polynomials and what are not polynomials in the coming exercise. Okay, dear students, now let us learn the degree of the polynomial now. The degree is nothing but the highest exponent of the variable is called degree of the polynomial. The highest exponent of the variable. Here you can observe in all these polynomials, this is a polynomial, this is a polynomial, and this is also a polynomial. The degree means the highest exponent of the variable. Here, since there is only one term, there is only one highest power. Therefore, the power of the variable x is 1. Therefore, the degree of the polynomial 2x is 1. But whereas, if you look at the second polynomial 3x minus 2y, you can find two terms. And in the first term, the exponent of the variable is 1. And in the second term also, the exponent of the variable is 1. What is the highest value of the exponents 1 and 1? The highest value is 1 only. Therefore, the degree of the polynomial is 1 in this case. Similarly, if you observe the third polynomial, 4x square plus 3y minus 2z. Here, the exponent of x is 2. The exponent of y is 1. The exponent of z is 1. Among 2, 1 and 1, what is the highest value? Highest value is 2. The greatest value is 2. Therefore, the highest exponent of the variable in this polynomial is 2. Therefore, 2 is the degree of the polynomial. Understood? Very good. The highest exponent of the variable is called the degree of the polynomial. Okay. Next point is the polynomial whose coefficients are all equal to 0 is called a zero polynomial. In any polynomial, there may be one term or there may be two terms or more than one term. Understood? Now, in each and every term, there may be some coefficient. You see, ax plus by is a polynomial. Here, the coefficient of x is a and the coefficient of y is b. If all the coefficients in any polynomial, if all the coefficients are equal to 0, you see, if a value is 0 and b value is also 0, such polynomials are called zero polynomials. A polynomial whose coefficients of all the terms are equal to 0 is called a zero polynomial. For example, ax plus by, where a and b both are equal to 0, is called a zero polynomial. Simply you can say that zero polynomial is nothing but 0. The value 0 is called zero polynomial. Similarly, if the degree is 0, then it is called a constant polynomial. You see, here, for example, you take 1 or minus 3 or 1 by 4 and so on. Here in this expression or in this polynomial, there is no variable. Only one, a constant number is there. Means you can write 1 as 1 into x power 0. Isn't it? 1 into x power 0 is nothing but 1 only. X power 0 is nothing but 1. Therefore, x power 0. Since x power 0 is there, the degree is 0. Since the degree is 0, then it becomes a constant number. Similarly, minus 3. You can write minus 3 as minus 3 into y power 0. Therefore, the degree is 0. Therefore, minus 3 is a constant polynomial. 1 by 4. You can write 1 by 4 as 1 by 4 into z power 0. Therefore, the degree of 1 by 4 is also 0. In any polynomial, if the degree is 0, then it becomes a constant. So, you can call it as a constant polynomial. Clear? Good. Now, if the degree is 1, in any polynomial, if the degree is 1, then it is called a linear polynomial. The general form of the linear polynomial is ax plus b. Here, there is only one variable x, and the quotient of x is a, and the exponent of x is 1. Isn't it? In this expression ax plus b, you can write ax plus b as a into x power 1 plus b into x power 0 you can write. Isn't it? A into x power 1 plus b into x power 0. Here, the exponent of x is 1 in the first term and the exponent of x in the second term is 0. Then what is the degree? The highest exponent is 1, therefore the degree is 1. Such polynomials whose degree is 1 are called linear polynomials. Understood? If the degree is 1, then the polynomial is called a linear polynomial. The general form of the linear polynomial is ax plus b. Example, 2x plus 1 is a linear polynomial. 2y minus z is also a linear polynomial. Ax plus by is also a linear polynomial. You see, this is a linear polynomial in one variable, and this is a linear polynomial in two variables, and of course this is also a linear polynomial in two variables. You can write 2x plus 1 means 2 into x power 1 plus 1 into x power 0. 3y minus z means 3 into y power 1 minus z power 1. What is the highest exponent? 1 is the highest exponent. Therefore, the degree of 3y minus z is 1 only. Similarly, ax plus by means a into x power 1 plus b into y power 1. The highest exponent is 1 again. Therefore, ax plus by is also a linear polynomial. Now, if the degree is 2, in any polynomial if the degree is 2, then it is called a quadratic polynomial. The general form of the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, and a is not equal to 0. The condition is a should not be 0. What will happen if a is equal to 0? If a 0 means 0 into x square may become 0. In this polynomial, there may not be x square term, and it may have only bx plus c. If bx plus c is the polynomial, then it may not be of the degree 2. Therefore, the condition that ax square plus bx plus c to be a quadratic polynomial is a not equal to 0. Understood? Now, if the degree is 2, it is called a quadratic polynomial, and the general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Here is an example, 2x square plus 3x minus 1. The exponent of x is 2. Here the exponent of x is 1. Here the exponent of x is 0. Now what is the highest exponent? 2 is the highest exponent. Since 2 is the highest exponent, the degree of this polynomial is 2. For any polynomial if the degree is 2, then it is called a quadratic polynomial. The general form of the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, and a not equal to 0. Good. Now, if the degree of the polynomial is 3, then it is called a cubic polynomial. Understood? If the degree is 3, then it is called a cubic polynomial. The general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and the condition a not equal to 0. If a is equal to 0, then there may not be x cube term, so that the degree may become 2. Understood? Therefore, the general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a not equal to 0, is called cubic polynomial. I wrote an example here, x cube plus 2x square minus 1. The exponent of x is 3 in the first term, exponent of x in the second term is 2, and exponent of x in the next term is 0. Now what is the highest exponent? 3 is the highest exponent. Since 3 is the highest exponent, the degree of this polynomial is 3. If we verify this example, there is no x term. Even though there is no x term, no problem. There is no x term means here the coefficient of x is 0. You should understand that the coefficient of x is 0. Understood? Okay. Now x cube plus 2x square minus 1 is an example for cubic polynomial since the degree is 3. Now you see the general form of a polynomial of nth degree. So far we learned the general form of a polynomial of first degree as ax plus b. The general form of a quadratic polynomial with degree 2 is ax square plus bx plus c, and the general form of a polynomial of third degree is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Now what is the general form of a polynomial of nth degree? The general form of the polynomial of nth degree is ax power n plus bx power n minus 1 plus cx power n minus 2 plus so on plus p, where a not equal to 0. This may become the general form of the polynomial of nth degree. Sometimes in the place of a, b, c, etc. p, you can write a1, a2, a3 also. But here a is a, b, c, etc. and p are coefficients of the variables, and whereas n, n minus 1, n minus 2 and at last 0 are the exponents. What is the highest exponent? N is the highest exponent. Therefore the degree of this polynomial is n only. So the general form of a polynomial of nth degree is ax power n plus bx power n minus 1 plus cx power n minus 2 plus so on plus p, where a not equal to 0. So you learn a polynomial of first degree, you learn what is a polynomial of second degree, and you learn what is a polynomial of third degree. Similarly, you can write a polynomial of fourth degree, fifth degree and sixth degree also. Now you may try to write some examples for a linear polynomial, for a quadratic polynomial, for a cubic polynomial, and similarly for a polynomial of fourth degree, fifth degree and sixth degree also you may write some examples. You may try to write at your own for some examples of a linear, of a quadratic or a cubic polynomials. Now in any polynomial the degree is 4, it is called a biquadratic polynomial. Please keep in mind. Now the next point is types of the polynomials. Basing on the number of terms in a polynomial, the polynomials are classified as monomials, binomials, trinomials, multinomials. You see, in any polynomial, if there is only one non-zero term, a polynomial with only one term or only one non-zero term is called a monomial. For example, 1, minus 3 or 2x and so on. If you observe all these, here is only one term, here is only one term. In this case also there is only one term. All such polynomials are called monomials. Monomial means a polynomial with only one term, only one non-zero term is called a monomial. Similarly, a polynomial with two terms is called a binomial. Two terms, x plus 1, it contains two terms, x is one term and 1 is the second term. 2x minus y, 2x is one term and y is the second term. Y minus 1 by 2, here also you can find two terms. Therefore, a polynomial with two terms is called a binomial. A polynomial with one term is called a monomial. Similarly, a polynomial with three terms is called a trinomial. For example, x plus y plus 1 or 2x minus y minus 3 or x minus y plus z. All these contains 3 terms. In any polynomial, if there are 3 terms, then it is called a trinomial. Understood? Every polynomial with 1 term is monomial, every polynomial with 2 terms is binomial, and every polynomial with 3 terms is called trinomial. In this class, we will solve some questions basing on monomial, binomial and trinomials. Good. Now let us know what is the zero of the polynomial. Zero of the polynomial is different from zero polynomial. You learned what is a zero polynomial previously. You see, you learned what is a zero polynomial previously. What is meant by zero polynomial? Zero polynomial means a polynomial in which the coefficients are all zero. If all coefficients of the terms are zero, then it is called a zero polynomial. But whereas zero of the polynomial means the value of the variable for which the value of the total polynomial becomes zero is called zero of the polynomial. I shall repeat, the value of the variable for which the value of the polynomial is zero is called zero of the polynomial. For example, you consider a polynomial x plus 2. Here, what is the variable? X is the variable. Now, in the place of x, if you substitute minus 2, then what will be the value of the polynomial? If we write minus 2 in the place of x, then this will be minus 2 plus 2. What is minus 2 plus 2? Minus 2 plus 2 becomes 0. Therefore, in the place of variable x, if we substitute minus 2, then the value of the polynomial becomes 0. For what value the variables the polynomial becomes 0? If we substitute x is equal to minus 2, then the value of the polynomial becomes 0. Therefore, this minus 2 is called 0 of the polynomial. Similarly, if you observe y minus 1 is a polynomial. In the place of variable y, if we write 1, then 1 minus 1 is 0. Therefore, the value of the polynomial y minus 1 becomes 0, total value y minus 1 becomes 0 when you substitute y is equal to 1. Therefore, this 1 is called 0 of the polynomial y minus 1. Is it clear now, boys? You see, the value of the variable for which the value of the polynomial is 0 is called 0 of the polynomial. It means the value of the variable of a polynomial for which the total polynomial becomes 0 is called 0 of the polynomial. You see, x plus 2 is a polynomial. In the place of variable x, if we substitute minus 2, then minus 2 plus 2 value of the total polynomial becomes 0 when you substitute x is equal to minus 2. This minus 2 is called 0 of the polynomial x plus 2. Similarly, in the polynomial y minus 1, if you substitute y is equal to 1, you will get the total value becomes 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. You see, if we substitute the value of the variable y is equal to 1 in the place of y, then the total polynomial becomes 0. So, the value of the variable for which the total polynomial becomes 0 is called 0 of the polynomial. Is it clear? Now 0 of p of x. You see, I have given a polynomial p of x, ax plus b. Then what is the 0 of this p of x? In order to find out the 0 of a polynomial, first of all, equate this polynomial to 0. If ax plus b is equal to 0, then ax is equal to plus b other side minus b, and x is equal to minus b by a. Means in the place of x, if we substitute minus b by a, what will happen, you observe? In the place of x, if we substitute minus b by a, then this a and this a will be get cancelled. You may get minus b here. Minus b plus b may become 0. Therefore, ax plus b, a polynomial value becomes 0 when you substitute x is equal to minus b by a. Therefore, minus b by a is 0 of the polynomial x plus b. Similarly, if we look at ax minus b, another polynomial, if we substitute x is equal to b by a, then this a and a will be cancelled, you will get b, and b minus b will be 0. So, in the place of variable, if you substitute b by a and you simplify the value of the polynomial, you may get 0. The value of the variable x is b by a. If you substitute b by a, then the value of the polynomial becomes 0. This b by a is called 0 of the polynomial ax minus b. Understood? Very good, dear children. In the next video, we will learn some questions from exercise 2.1. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.